Good evening, folks. It's 22:33 on the 15th day, 11th month, 2022. And what I'm watching here is a move I'm going to call not too good. Not too good at all. It's a big beam over Africa. I was noticing a big bank of clouds was missing. It was gone. I'll show you what I mean. Let's get rid of that screen. If I go over here to, did I close it by accident? It's okay, I'll open it back up. I was looking over in NASA Worldview, and I noticed the Madagascar corridor, as I call it to myself. It's a predictable venturi over here where flows can direct moisture from Africa either down below or up into South Peninsula here and across here. They're going to have terrible rains across here. You're going to see some very big flash flooding imagery of Saudi Arabia coming up. Yeah, just in time for that conference, where they're asking for all that money. Yeah, so I noticed this was missing. And I said, my God, that's going to take a big beam to do that. That's a big swath cut out here, right, of energized area where outflows change. They'll rush to both sides of it. So I had a look, and sure enough, it's right there. You see right here at the end. Let's see if we can stop. There's a lot of beaming going on. They're hitting this storm out here, right dead center. That's going to change the flow and send it towards you guys. This is the changer for you. So I'm gonna run this on a slow. Go on. So we can go over this a little bit. I'll bring you guys in a frame. Right, you get this beam's hit this here. Look, the blast has actually come from probably the base over here in the Caspian Sea, because there's a big facility here that I know about. Yeah, that didn't come from the one in India here. That one's doing one over here. You got a big event coming on EMF wise. One split right through Africa right here. Right, so that split the flow, even in the jungle moisture here. It's going to back some out here and direct a big bunch of it straight out to sea here, which will head toward the United States in this way. And this will become a raging storm for the U.S. probably in about 9 days for it to get organized. They'll split some of it off and send it here. Because if they sent all that at once and it poured down in the United States, any of these islands, they'll be flooding like what you've seen coming through here. My God, what they got in Yas in that corridor. I knew it. I told you. If I keep zooming in on your town, it's never good. Because the conditions keep telling me to go look there. Right? Right now, you're getting a break. See the EMF line come up here? It's going to be pretty hard to bypass. You got a lot of radars full on here, which allows some flow in from the sea to give showers, but none of this main moisture to affect you. Big curve of something here rushing out. So we'll investigate what that looked like. Look at this beam drawing this moisture up. Affecting all the way up there. This is a big event. They're moving a lot of water all at once to a few areas. And here's a backup spot. So they'll get a lot of rains through here and then through here. It has to. It's coming your way right now. It's moving. So that's what's on your way, and the EMF is causing it. The beam that's pretty much affecting you the most is this one. It's not dead centered on the Caspian Sea one. So there might be another facility I'm not aware of over here. It's very complicated. When you move one thing, you got to move something else, because it'll affect the other. When this plows into that, it's going to move. So you have to move something else in advance, or it might go somewhere unexpected. Moisture is the new gold, so they moved their gold very carefully. Even directing it around the horn down here. You'll see these flashes down in Antarctica. These small manipulations. The Falklands has a big base, and one over here. And the one over here is one representative from almost every major country there. It's not just one island. Part of the Antarctic Treaty. And we're not treated to good imagery of. Yeah, they're blasting it, heating up the pole. Using that aurora effect. Oh, What do you think the A in HARP stands for? So anyways, I'm going to go on now to what expectednesses you can have. Expect to have. You notice how that's just stopping. Right, high. You're only going to get rain in that one band. High. Bzzz. High. Bzzz. Corridor that shit. And again, only boiling over your glitches. The wicked glitches. You know, as I go here, I got these two boilers right here, right? And I go over here to your sat viewer, and you'll see them. You'll see them actually making a cloud. Going on them. Come on, give me some names. Here's Isa. Then we'll move down toward Glitchville. Boom! Wake up. Don't drop your bowl, laddie. Are you okay? Yeah, you Lara. There we go. There's Alice. So, to see Alice boil it on the low deck's going to be a bit difficult in this one. Difficult, but not impossible. And which other one we got going? Giles. Hey, we're rolling. You're always one of the first people on here, Sue, and good morning to you, too, and everybody. Who else is there? Right, so we can look at Giles as well. Let's see what the glitches are doing. A glitch in time will flood 9, especially with the bad spirits that they seem to have all about them. So where will Giles be? Alice is here. Newman. Well, there's definitely some fry in here. Look at that. So I'll have to zoom down. I can get more controls here. Bzzz, look how the waves stay in place. Whoa. Not gonna look at much of nothing on that. Yeah, you got a microwave frying down here. Making clouds on the low deck. Got some bombs going off, feeding into this big mass of bombs. Sickness mix! Sickness mix! Sickness mix. That's sick that they're doing this to us. Look at the two things mixing together. The world is a big, not just a fish tank. Lately it seems like it's a big test tube. And they're testing too many programs over the top of you. Some kind of program is making you want program, and that program's a program that's doing this boom 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 over Mount Isa. Look at this explosion here. Boom! Tracking along, tracking along. Ladies and gentlemen, a toxiflyer. Toxiflyers, toxifiers. Know how to make toxic fires. These are fire accelerants. Nanometals are fire accelerants. Know that as a fact. It is to call it sparkler dust is to say you know an exact mix, but I can call it a fire accelerant. I've been calling it that for years. And boy, Hazy, you setting up for a bad fire season. All the metals I seen coming down from these floods, all that tinder hemmed up in places, perfect firewood piles out in the forest. Ready to be targeted, ready to burn you out. Whether they use your smart meters, you know, because we see, I'm sorry, if you got a raging fire, plastic should melt, okay? You shouldn't have a melted car rim and engine block where you get the door handles that are still there. Yes, that's directed energy. Look at this. Look at this booming going on out here in the ocean, man. Look. We caught him. We caught him in the act. There it is at 9:40 p.m. GMT. Greenwich Mean Time, because it's very average. 1, 2, 3, 4 booms there in the house formation. We got chem bombs in the house. Moving along. Forward 10 minutes. Forward 10 minutes. Forward 10 minutes. Booming and pluming. Still there. Still operating. Still moving along. Something at the center of emanation right here. I'm following it. Following the chem bomb until now it's not there. And now another thing has deployed. What the fuck is that? Checkerboard square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Information. Now look at this going on down here simultaneously. We're doing a double dancers going on. That's a different kind of explosion. The figure 8. The quinel. And we get right into the fake eyeglasses. And the Kermit the Frog boiled smile. And, you know, boom, boom, plume over here. But meanwhile, the toxiflyers are going at it heavy and hard over the oceans. Oh my God, would you look at the gilt here just over my barrier reef, just over Mackay. Now, you thought there'd be nothing to show today there, Mr. Deutsch, but you've obviously found a domino right in the sky. They're playing games with you, man. The fucking chemtrail going the wrong direction here. Hi! Have a chemtrail. And there's a bomb going right over your town. Is it raining there now? Do you think something might have caused it? Maybe this boomer here? Let's follow this backwards. What's in this massive cloud and what is it doing? Here it is, back into the flower of death. It's done that twice. Like a predictable program. Could even be some laser pops going on out here. I gave you a share. I've been talking about laser pops for years. And those are done from the big altitude. Space. You know, the thing you say ain't real. Yeah, well, they got lasers up there that could do some stuff. We got ET down here, right? Oh, no, I can't phone home. My social credit was too low. The extra testicle. Oh, my God. This is just a bombastic day for Queensland, isn't it? There's a lot of them out. The toxiflyers are very, very busy in the north today. Let's just get this on all your crops, you know. That can't be too healthy for the cattle out there milling about. There's the booming in the plumins. A seeping in your rumins. Yep. Leaving towns in ruins. Look at this one here. Not naturally forming cloud formations. Chemical catalysts in your skies. Chemicals burning everyone's eyes. Chemicals on the low deck. Chemicals on the high. And not even chemicals that get you high. Unless you talk about the lithium that sometimes we pick up in the rain samples. You know, that'll dumb you down. Boy, that's up on the high deck. You got a lot of different layers on a cake of toxicity going on today. My God, what the fucking got the vag going here? The merkin. You just keep following these bombs, trailing off, trailing off. Big sea of bombs. Chemtrail, chemtrail. Brisbane Airport, probably. Something came along here and said, hi! The toxicity of our cities, of our cities. The war is now on the people. It is. You think it ain't just about your mind, man. They want everything you got so you'll own nothing and somehow be happy. Why? Because you lost everything and you get a half an apple? When you should have the whole tree of life instead? Why you settle for one apple? When it's up to you to plant the seeds of a future. The spread leg chemtrail formation. Or is that a clock pointing at 9/11? Kind of, if this was 12. You know what time it is? It's high time you woke up to the fact you get lied to, and the truth is not always told. Unless you expose the truth. And well, in all the years of all these WikiLeaks traps and all this shit, I ain't seen one goddamn indictment. All these hundreds of gigs of data has amounted to doodly squat. Yeah, free Assange. That would be great. You should never get in trouble for telling the truth that you can prove is the truth. And this right here is absolute proof of man-made storms. Absolute proof of geoengineering using proposed experiments. Now, proposed experiments are going on now. It's an indecent proposal if you're doing it. If you even seek a limited permission without a public hearing over skies that might even go here from this country, that's unacceptable. It's not. It should be unallowable. See the formation here? Backwards, 10. Backwards 10, 10. Forward. Bombs. Bomb, bomb. Boom, boom, boom! Fucking up my sea. Fucking up my skies. Fucking with our mother. Now let's look at what's setting up the nasties for the Darwin area. The corner over here. Boom, boom, boom's there. Get a big microwave burst. Like, look at a boom here. Ham bone. A little ham bone there. Some booms here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Flaring out. Alien face. Square. See it down the low deck. Hashtag let's help Chase. Need some more bombs going off over here. Give you an idea where we are. Mount Isa, Tennant Creek. So this is the corridor where they want the train track. It's effect. Hey, I ain't making that. Ain't conspiracy if they want a train track there and the rates keep coming here. I'm making that up. That's a statistics. You're making the implication. I say it's a land grab. That's my opinion, and I'm allowed to have it. And my opinion is based on statistics that seem to lean toward me being correct. And the whole people got grabbed over and yes. And that shit was sad to watch. Still is. My God, that's so tragic seeing people on their roofs. Whew. The fortitude of the community is wonderful to see, though. But you know, I gave you plenty of warning. I've been pointing at your town for 8 days. Okay? The 3 towns in a row along a creek there I was pointing at. I gave you plenty of warning. Bureau of morons failed you. Or lived up to their name of morons. The BOM. The bowel movement. As far as I'm concerned, they're shit. Their weather forecasts are shit. They're inaccurate. If I can do this using their tools, they damn sure should be able to do this. And be honest about it. It's a fucking chemtrail because there's chemical catalysts in your sky. That's a boom boom plume because that's how they're making it. Quit fucking lying and inventing names and shit to cover up your fucking lies. Because they're lies. You're pushing a program called global warming. That is a lie. Climate is being changed by man-made activities such as chem bombs and philanthropists using the Google Loon program that was supposed to study EMF, but it was actually studying plumes. I kept telling you, I was called a liar, but they admit to it now. And look at the cluster bomb setup they did over the top of you here. It's nothing else but a cluster bomb. Whether it's ice pellets, those would be CO2. Aren't we supposed to be not adding that to the atmosphere? Or is it silver iodide? What the fuck is up with that? You wasted silver. Or whether it's aluminum, barium, strontium. Or whether they choose to use the law that allows them to vax your ass from the sky. That has never been deployed, but the law allows it. It fucking does. And that's a fact. But you can never prove to me it's been done, because I would shout it from the rooftop. It's never been done. But it can be. Okay? You never overturn the law. So you got some homework to do, guys. And I'll tell you what, I'm damn sure been providing you the fucking guilt. Right? As these storms begin to impact you today, I'm just going to give you a quick glance. Right? Your quick glance is here it comes. Northern Territory, Tennant Creek. Have it. Let's start to swell those streams. It's going to be a big event. It's going to be raging. The totals through here are going to be inundation. So whatever's high up now gets racing towards the key areas. And then you're going to get it. As you proceed through the next 24 hours, the storms will pick up heavier. And as we get into Thursday proper, the inundation will begin to be quite evident. As we head into Saturday, it'll move over toward into Queensland proper. And it looks like the corridor is just set to come through here. You'll get a small event down south, but really I'm going to concentrate on here. Roll now, damn it. There we go. And I'm going to have a sip. Hashtag expose the 28. Be a chocolatier, man. Get your bums down here. Get to that gate B. Every Saturday afternoon. You go meet the grumpy Gramps and the naughty nannies. And they live up to their name. They got a box of chalk. They got a piece just for you. And when are you going to send me a piece? Yeah, I'd like to put it up there on my I'll sign my name on my geo thing with it. Oh my God, would you look at what's coming through the mining areas? Hey, Cooper Petey, how you doing there today? You a little bit Moist. Moist Friday. And then it's going to lead to a soggy Saturday for some of y'all. Mm-hmm. Hey, Sedona. Soggy Sedona. Friday the 18th. In time for protest. To shut the roads down and shut them down. It ain't going to be nothing like what you got this week. But it's going to be bad. Yeah, you guys got smacked. And this king coming here ain't going to be light news. It ain't. You're going to get some snow up in the mountains. This time of year. Yeah, the temperatures are right. Let's see if it kicks it. Are we going to get any? Just a new glance. Any new snow? Yeah. They're calling. Look at how much snow they're calling for the next 10 days. Holy shit, that's a major event. Hey, man, there's a major snow event coming. We're talking 26 centimeters. That's over half a foot. Again, this area, they're going to load that reservoir with melt all at once for the next event. They're stacking the mountains again. Get ready. Not much on the fives. So what you get there now is coming, and then you get the rest. Oh my, that's just bad for your high peaks. Isn't Tassie same? From nothing. Oh, it's the next event after this. Yep. Pressure said the bubble up was leading to it. So you got a snow event coming in the summertime for both of y'all. Well, it won't be quite summer, but we're getting close. The late spring. Very late. Wow. That's going to set up another melting run. Have you been warned about that? You have now. So, right, over the next 24 hours, the areas of concern of the flatlands through here, the desert's going to run. It's going to run thick. And there's going to be a lot of erosion. Flash floods are going to be quite dangerous and abrasive. They're going to be carrying a lot of grit. The winds on the outflows of these is going to whip a lot of sand in the air that's going to head this way. And so you're going to get, again, them purple sunrises and sunsets that I predicted would happen. Yeah, they showed up. They were very dramatic looking, but they're not pretty to me. To me, they're evidence of a gas chamber has come to you. They're evidence that Mother Nature is not being allowed to mother us anymore. And that we're being conned up. Over conning up. Conning up. Where'd your balls go? Fitzroy Crescent. Watch what you're going to get. Whammoed. Yeah, I just bring these totals and just bring that around. Catherine, you're going to get worse than this. They're just not telling you. Now, I had you guys slated for about 15 centimeters. I ain't backing down off that. It's going to get bad. And same with Darwin. They're lying to you. Nah. Darwin's going to get every bit of 10. Bullshit. They ain't going to get this little. Bullshit. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Expect them to be more honest. And look what could come your way. Hi, look what's sitting up here. Hi. One womp away. Don't take long to get that worked over into here. It take away about 4 hours for that to do the crossing. Yeah, they can move that moisture about 200 miles an hour on the high deck. They could scatter it then. You wouldn't even see it coming. Suddenly, wham, I'll hit it with a beam. And where did that water come from? There's a lot of it about. A lot of big pockets sitting here ready to be used. Ready to be used. Now, you give the weather machine to the guy that has money invested in his stock market. What the fuck you think they're going to use it for? Cure hunger? Or cause it? Cure diseases with their money? Or cause it? So they treat it. And as the big sweat comes through Queensland, and the EMF corridor held off a lot, but doesn't hold it all off, and in 10 days says, hello, you're about to have it again. And well, you've been too quiet through here. We've now got the cold air set up. So you're looking at about 4 days after that, you're going to get it. You'll have it all through here. Yeah, they'll move that across. And when that comes across, and it meets this cold, and it melts all that, these lakes down here are fucked. Absolutely fucked. You better keep the water going out of these lakes. You won't get it again. And again, I move up to this place, this fucking town. I love y'all, but man, when I keep zooming in on a place, in this Perisher village and this stuff, this is bad. It's the same spot. And it's yielding the same flooding events. It's yielding the same Same blights and terriblenesses. And look at the corner down here, what they're slated to get near 10 centimeters. And plus what's blowing in off the ocean. You have another major event coming. And I have now warned you. And that's the best I can do for you. If you care to support my work, you can do so at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. Or contact me, buy a piece of jewelry, or just send me a kind word. It's my favorite kind of support. Big love, people. Be safe. Peace.